It's 2 p.m. in Delhi, the sun's blazing, the streets are shimmering in heat waves, and inside, your gaming laptop is gasping for air. The fan's howling like a jet engine, and your frame rate is in free fall. If it sounds extreme, you have not tried to play a game or work on a high-performance laptop in 40+ degree heat. My name is Yadullah, you're watching Candid Technology, and in this video we're talking about why your laptop turns into an induction cooker during the summers. Here is the uncomfortable truth that laptop manufacturers don't advertise. Most modern laptops simply aren't designed to perform optimally in hotter regions. The cooling systems built into these devices are typically tested and optimized for ambient temperatures between 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, a far cry from the 35 to 40 degrees that's common during summer months across typical and equatorial regions like Asia, much of Africa, the Middle East, and with global temps rising, pretty much the rest of the world. To understand why this matters, we need to grasp a fundamental principle of thermodynamics. Cooling works by transferring heat from a warmer object to a cooler environment. The greater the temperature difference, the more efficient this transfer becomes. When ambient temperatures regularly exceed 35 degrees Celsius, as they do in many parts here in India, the temperature differential dramatically shrinks. A cooling system designed to dissipate heat into a 22-degree environment suddenly finds itself trying to transfer heat into air that's nearly 40 degrees Celsius, making the cooling process significantly less efficient. Most laptops employ similar cooling principles. Internal components generate heat, which is conducted away through heat pipes or water chambers to heat sinks, where fans blow air across them to dissipate the heat outside the chassis. The effectiveness of this system depends on several factors: the thermal interface materials between the components in the heat pipes, the quality and number of heat pipes, the size and efficiency of the heat sinks, and the power and design of the cooling fans, and then of course, layout of the air intake and exhaust vents. The trend towards thinner, lighter laptops has further compromised cooling capabilities. Physics dictates that a smaller chassis provides less space for heat dissipation. Gaming laptops and workstations typically feature more robust cooling systems with multiple heat pipes and fans. However, these larger systems will struggle in extremely hot environments because they're designed with the same ambient temperature assumptions. Ultrabooks and thin and light models sacrifice thermal headroom for portability, and with minimal space for fans and heat sinks, these devices are particularly vulnerable to performance degradation in hot climates. According to thermal testing in high ambient temperatures, a laptop that performs perfectly at 22 degrees Celsius ambient may lose 15 to 30% of its performance capability when operating in 40-degree environments simply due to more aggressive thermal throttling. Now, different manufacturers make their cooling systems differently, meaning they're all trying to get an edge over someone else. This works to some extent, but basic physics stands in the way. Alienware, owned by Dell, features advanced cryotech cooling and an Element 31 thermal compound, but it still struggles in high ambient temperatures. HP offers decent thermal design and promotes external cooling solutions, but aggressively throttles performance above 35 degrees Celsius, especially in notebooks and mid-range models. The Omen series performs better, but it is also significantly more pricier. Lenovo's Legion series is known for decent thermal management under load, but it still gets impacted by high ambient heat and requires frequent cleaning to maintain airflow. And then MSI laptops throttle at 95 degrees Celsius, providing good performance in cooler climates, but they quickly hit thermal limits in tropical regions, which can lead to early throttling. The good news is that manufacturers and other companies are regularly testing new and improved cooling solutions. Frore Systems has developed the AirJet chip, a solid-state cooling solution that promises to deliver 50 to 100% performance improvements for laptops. It uses tiny membranes vibrating at ultrasonic frequencies to generate powerful airflow, potentially offering better cooling without traditional fans. Another promising innovation comes from Ventiva, whose ICE9 or ICE9 thermal management suite works completely silently without moving parts. It's currently limited to devices with processors up to 25 watts, but it's expected to handle up to 40 watt system by 2027. Now the problem is 40 watts is nowhere close to the power outputs of high-performing gaming laptops, and your regular fan and heatsink solution will handle 40 watt loads relatively easier regardless of the ambient temperature. However, if this tech eventually evolves to the point where it can tackle high wattage systems, it's going to make life easier for all of us. There have been a couple of liquid-cooled laptops too in the past, but liquid cooling, however effective, is not a practical solution for a device that needs to fit in a backpack and not break the wearer's back. So as of now, manufacturers need to start testing their laptops in real-world conditions rather than focusing on making big claims for their marketing departments based on tests run in controlled lab environments. That said, putting in more aggressive thermal systems or offering other solutions to cool down laptops has one major drawback: the price goes up for you. On the other side, if you're blasting your AC to keep your laptop cool, you'll likely end up spending more on electricity. All you can do in the meantime to ensure your laptop gets good airflow is either using a laptop stand or a cooling pad. The cooling pads, contrary to the popular belief, won't drastically drop your temperatures, but if you're sitting in a room that's at 40 degrees Celsius, every degree helps. Finally, and I can't stress this enough, frequently check your laptop's vents for good airflow. The better the thermal management system, the more air it will move through your laptop, and that means your fans and grills will get clogged up faster regardless of how much dust you have in your environment. Keeping the fans, vents and grills clean and repasting your laptop with the best quality thermal paste you can find, or PTM 9750, is the best way forward. If you like this video, consider subscribing, give us a thumbs up, press the bell icon and tell us in the comments below what more such videos can we make for you. If you'd like to know more about tech, visit our website candid.technology, and if these videos don't help you out as much, do consider getting a membership. Follow us on social media and we'll see you in the next video.